YouTube, what's going on, baby? Two-Tone Sports here to review Super Bowl 57. All right, we got a couple articles on the top. We are going to go through these. We're going to be talking bets. We're going to be talking prop bets. We're going to be talking good matchups. We're going to be reviewing all of these predictions. At the end, I will be giving my prediction. Um, yeah, I'm going to be giving you my bets as well. So, with that being said, a little backstory on this. I already recorded this video. I did not have my mic set up. So, I just did a 35-minute video without audio. Did a whole 35-minute without audio. Love it. So, this one's probably going to be a little bit quicker. So, with that being said, we're going to jump into this one, all right? Two-Tone Sports here. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Showing love is free on YouTube. Thanks for coming by. Let's get into it. Let me find my mouse here. All right. So, we're not going to start off with this one. We're starting off with this one. So, this is Tom Fornelli's Super Bowl 57, 2023. Predictions, pick props. Patrick Mahomes leads the upset over the Eagles. All right, so we got Caesar Sportsbook here. We got money line. Philly is minus 125. They're the favorite. KC plus 105. So that means you lay 100, you come back 105. Okay? This pretty much talks about how growing up, all those Super Bowls were all blowouts, blah, blah, blah. So I expect this year to be another close affair as the Eagles and Chiefs are evenly matched. When breaking it down, I see the Eagles as the more talented team overall and the Chiefs as the team with the significant advantage at QB, which makes sense. When you have a QB who could prove to be an all-timer, Patrick Mahomes, you have to pay him accordingly, which impacts your ability to build a complete roster. But it's sacrifice you happily make for. You know, having Pat freaking Mahomes. On the other hand, Eagles have Jalen Hurts on a rookie deal, allowing them to completely fill out their roster with superstars. Pretty much what happened. But as talented as the Eagles are, I cannot pass up betting Pat Mahomes as the underdog. I agree with that. We're going to get to that as well. The Eagles have been a juggernaut this season, and because of that, they haven't had to show us that they can come back when facing a deficit. More often than not, the Eagles build a lead and then sit on it for the second half. Jalen Hurts' deficiencies as a passer haven't come into play often. They might in this game, though. As great as the Eagles' defense is, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They are going to score points, and if Casey builds an early lead, I don't know that the Eagles are built to come back. The pick for Tom Fornelli, Chiefs plus 105. So, a little backstory about me if this is your first video watching that I've created. I am a Los Angeles Chargers fan. Okay, I do not live in LA. I actually live on the East Coast, New Jersey native. So you guys may think that I may be going against the Chiefs here. I don't really go like that. I'm going to go with where I see the most money to be made. I'm a realistic sports fan. I will tell you as it is. You don't have to agree with it. And that's the way I'm going to be sticking with it through this video as well. So, for odds, I do like the Chiefs. I do think the Eagles are a better roster when it comes to talent. Their defense is filthy. My only question, if the Chiefs can stop the Eagles' pass rush, they easily win the game. If the Eagles can get, let's say, 5 sacks, it's a good amount. They can get 5 sacks, they win this game. Win this game. All right, so we're going to go through some props here. Travis Kelce, over 6.5 receptions. I like it. I like it. Okay? I'm going to start in the middle here. Of course, the Eagles defense knows that, so pretty much, maybe I can't start in the middle. I suspect this will be a big game, big Travis Kelce game. The Eagles' pass rush is fierce, which means the Chiefs will look to get the ball out quickly. And when they do, Kelce benefits. Of course, The Eagles defense knows that and will scheme to take Kelce out of the equation. But that's the thing about Travis Kelce. Every team tries that. Okay? It's true. He always finds the open area. Plus, if you put too much on your defensive focus on Kelce, the Chiefs kill them over top. Andy Reid is a hell of a coach. Yes, he is coaching against his former team. He's also 3-0 against the Eagles. Fun stat there. I like Kelce's over on receptions. I need to see his yards. I'm not too sure about his yards, but I like his over on receptions. All right. Patrick Mahomes over 18.5 rushing yards. Yeah, he suffered the high ankle sprain against Jacksonville. There was question about his mobility in that game. I don't think that affects him in this game. Would he be 100%? No. Would he be 90? Yeah. I think he's easily 90%. The Eagles' bookends on their defensive line are very good at pass rushing. 18.5 yards, I think he hits it. It's a Super Bowl. He's going to leave every single thing out on the line. If he has to take a hit, he's going to, especially late in the game. He's going to get extra yards. He's going to step up in the pocket. I think there's going to be a lane. Realistically, he could do this on 2 attempts. Okay? He could do this on 2 attempts. And I think he has a QB sneak at some point in this game. Easily 2-3 yards there. Devonta Smith over 61.5 receiving yards. All right. There's a good chance the Eagles will have to throw more in this game than usual. Smith strikes me as a beneficiary of the matchup. A.J. Brown will always draw the most attention, but there's also turf in Arizona. In short, it sucks. Bold. There's always been players slipping on it, and Smith's shiftiness and precise route running could leave some KCDBs on their butt. I like it. I want to see his receptions. I also want to see A.J. Brown's yards, but I like Devonta Smith over 61.5. I agree the Eagles are going to have to throw a lot more just because there's going to be a lot more pressure on them because of the Chiefs' offense. Generally how I look at it. All right, Sanders under 59.5 rushing yards. I believe this prop opened at 53. In most places, it been bet up considerably. Well, I'm here to buy back. If Philly wins the game, odds are Sanders will rush for a considerable number of yards, but I don't think the Eagles will be able to run the ball as often as they usually do because of how I see the game playing out. So that combined with the total rising makes this a value bet in my eyes. So I'm indifferent on this one. I could see the Eagles going up early in the third and fourth, running the ball a considerable amount, which means Sanders is going to go over this. Or they're not able to run as much because they're going to have to keep up with the Chiefs. Either way, I don't agree with this. I understand why this line was hammered at 53.5. Now that it's 59.5, I would not touch this. I would not touch this. If this was at 53.5, I would hammer the over. If you could find 55, I would hit it. Otherwise, I would not touch this. Oh, yeah, baby. Coin toss. I always go tails on the coin toss. Tails never fails. Please bet the coin toss and opening kickoff touchback. I'm taking opening kickoff as a touchback. That's what I'm doing. All right. We are going over to Sports Illustrated. Super Bowl 57 predictions. All right. For Eagles Chiefs. Their staff. This was put out 2 days ago. So, here's the pickers. Albert Breer. I know Albert. Michael Rosenberg. Andrew Brandt. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, they got some editors in there. I like this. Let's see what Breer's got. Chiefs 27, Eagles 24. MVP Patty. That's an easy. Come on, Albert. That's an easy prediction on the MVP. In his last act as 49ers defensive coordinator, DeMeco Ryans left the bones for a Super Bowl game plan out there for Chiefs DC Steve Spagnuolo. He crowded the line, sent simulated pressure And one half of the NFC Championship game, and through one half of the NFC Championship game, he held the Eagles to fewer than 4 yards per carry, and outside of Devontae Smith's circus catch on a 4th and 3, a whole lot of nothing in the passing game. Eventually, the weight of carrying an offense hobbled by quarterback injuries broke Ryan's unit. They're talking about Brock Purdy, but that doesn't mean his game plan didn't work. And Chiefs defense, while not as good as the Niners, Niners were number one defense in the league, if you don't know. So the game plan was there, but do the Chiefs have the talent? That's another question. Okay. Mahomes running the show on the other side of the ball, so put me down for a dogfight of a game with KC, force of nature at QB, as usual, being the difference maker. I kind of agree with Albert, but there's a big difference here. Chiefs defense is nowhere near the 49ers. They don't have the talent. I don't think they necessarily match up as well. Bold prediction. Someone other than Travis Kelce will lead the Chiefs in receiving yards. The Eagles have been really good against tight ends all year. Only 3 have gone over 50 yards on them. Wow, Titans. Ooh, Jawan Johnson. I wonder, was that Jawan Johnson's, big catch? Pat Fryermuth. None of top 70, and Philly just held 49ers All-Pro George Kittle to 3 catches, 32 yards. Though, that has a lot to do with Brock Purdy going out. So I trust Jonathan Gannon to have a plan to take out Kelce with the back end of his defense and make Mahomes look elsewhere to find answers in critical situations. I am going to hit Kelce's under. I'm going to hit Kelce's under. Whoa! Connor Orr. I'd see. This is what I like to read. Eagles 31, Chiefs 30, MVP Boston Scott. What are the odds on that one, baby? I'm going to try to pull that up while I'm talking here. The odds on MVP Boston Scott. I'm going to use FanDuel. I think the Eagles are going to manipulate and contain Chris Jones better than the Bengals did. Thus, I think the Eagles are going to be able to run their offense without much of an issue. And if the Eagles are able to run their offense without much of an issue, way to use the same sentence, I think they're going to score a boatload of points. Normally, this wouldn't be a problem for Mahomes, but I think his need to pass early in the game and Eagles' speed on defense will force him into some less than perfect football. Ultimately, this game, like the Chiefs' last appearance in the Super Bowl, will come down to ability to handle rushers from multiple locations. Against the Bucs in the Super Bowl, Mahomes was helpless without the aid of ancillary blockers or extra tight ends. Will the same be the fatal flaw for Casey's game plan? Doesn't require Mahomes to move as much on his injured ankle. I think his ankle's fine. I do like the MVP bet here. That's really, really cool. Looking at the odds right now on my phone on FanDuel. So, MVP for Boston Scott. Where is he? Wow. That's a hell of a bet. $10 would win $1,500. Boston Scott, Super Bowl MVP, is plus 15,000. There's value there. I know he's not the starter, but there's value there. Something to think about. I already made 13 bold predictions, and you should read them first. But if I had to scrape the contents of my brain for one final bold prediction, I would say this. Jerick McKinnon, a former quarterback at Georgia Southern, who's got a cannon, will at some point throw a pass in this game. Whoa, I like that. Jerick McKinnon to throw a pass. That's a cool bold prediction. Maybe if we got some time in this video, depending on how long this runs, maybe we'll go read his bold predictions. Greg Bishop, Eagles 24, Chiefs 21, Jalen Hurts, MVP. That's easy. Look, the Eagles are a lot like their budding superstar quarterback. They're doubted, and doubted some more. But when Hurts has been healthy, they've just rolled people with almost without exception. Philadelphia has a complete team. The Eagles are great on offense, even better on defense, and exhibit few, if any, weakness on special teams. They've proved over the course of the season that they can beat teams in different ways. They won with offensive explosions, defensive clampdowns, special teams star turns. They even won in different ways just on offense, with Hurts running a ton, efficient passing. I mean, they won in every single way possible. I'm not going to continue reading this going through. Mahomes remains the single greatest wild card in pro football. He could lift the Chiefs with their own stars and a complete roster to victory. But I just keep thinking back to the conference championship, to the conference championships. Philadelphia blew out a very good San Francisco team. I would not say that's a blowout. Also, Brock Purdy. We're going to continue on. Kansas City narrowly defeated a very good Cincinnati team. Okay, bold prediction. The Eagles' defense will limit the Chiefs' excellent, dangerous offense to fewer than 250 yards. I don't know about that one. The whole offense, I don't know about that one. Michael Rosenberg, Chiefs 27, Eagles 23, Patty Mahomes MVP. We're going to skim through these. I also have excellent faith in Andy Reid, who is probably, this isn't a hyperbole, the best coach in NFL history with 2 weeks to prepare. The previous 4 seasons in Mahomes' era have finished like this: 2 overtime losses in the AFC Championship game, 1 Super Bowl win, 1 Super Bowl loss, when KC's offensive line was decimated and overmatched. These guys are a wow. Where's your bold prediction? A.J. Brown will lose on the sidelines, and Philly Sports Radio will have its go-to topic for the rest of the calendar year. Brown, who averaged 88 yards receiving per game, has 50 yards total in 2 playoff games. Chiefs rookie Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson have been playing well. Jalen Hurts is an excellent deep ball thrower, but Kansas City is more vulnerable to short and medium range passes. Brown has already expressed his frustration at times, but it will be magnified when he does in the Super Bowl. So they're calling an A.J. Brown hissy fit on the sideline. If you see this, it'll probably be closer to the end of the game. I think he's going to be more professional than that. So I am going to say that's not happening. Andrew Brand, Eagles 34. Whoa! Little bit of a blowski, huh? Been a broken record since September. It's the Eagles' year. We're all just living in it. I'm not sure if people understand how historically good the unit is. And oh, by the way, the defensive line has more sacks than all but 1 or 2 teams in the history of the sport. Damn. The Eagles will pass and sack Mahomes in the first half to get the lead, but they will run some more in the second half, build the lead. They will continue one of the most, if not the most, lopsided playoff runs in history after, they torched the Giants. Yeah. Okay. This would be too far out of the box for old line MVP voters, as has happened in so many Eagles games this year. It may not be pretty, and it may not be close, but it will be decisive. Bold prediction. In my line with my game prediction, I predict that 4 Eagles will have more rushing yards than any Chiefs. Those 4: Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, and Hurts. This rushing attack is not as sexy or pretty as the Chiefs' passing attack, but it will prove much more effective. I don't know about 4, but I do like that. That's pretty bold. I like it. Big John, Chiefs 27, Eagles 24. It seems to me that they all have this hitting the over, if I'm not mistaken. How about the last? What was that, 37? It's right there. All right, we got John. Okay. I expect Mahomes to get the ball out quick to avoid pressure from the Eagles. It's going to be a dink and dunk game for Mahomes, who has shown all season he's more than capable of taking what the defense gives him and not forcing the ball downfield. Bold prediction. I bombed out picking the 49ers and Bengals to the Super Bowl, so I have nothing to lose if I bomb out on this. I like that mindset. Kelce will catch 12 passes for more than 150 yards, including the game-winning score less than 2 minutes to go in the game, giving Andy Reid revenge over his former team. Bold. Absolutely bold. Gary. Chiefs 34, Eagles 31. Again, hitting the over. This game was played in October. You'd call it a coin flip since it's not October, by the way. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you a slight edge to Andy Reid's staff since we've seen what he and they and their players can do to opponents with extra prep time. All right. You got Harrison Reddick, 2 clean shots. When healthy, a quarterback last round. Both offenses should be able to do what they want. Mahomes had 2 weeks to heal. And what? They're going to start throwing flags on offensive line now? He'll have time and space to do his thing. And if Fred Warner and Greenlaw, had those kinds of issues fighting the ball against the Eagles' run game, I fear for Nick Bolton and co. I think Sunday will bring a lot of sustained drives, back and forth affair. Will probably turn on whatever team has some weird flunky turnover. What? A record 83 penalty flags will be thrown during the game, including 17 false start penalties on Lane Johnson, turning Super Bowl into a slog. With the game still scoreless midway through the fourth quarter, and thanks to referee uncharacteristically lengthy conferences and explanation, the clock hitting 2 a.m. on the East Coast, both teams agree to call it a night as the players leave the field. Wow, what? Long lost third Kelce brother and has spent decades climbing the officiating ranks. All right, I'm not reading this. Okay, thank you for wasting my time, Gary. Mike, Eagles 30, Chiefs 26. My bracket from before wildcard weekend is in good shape, as I was the only person on this panel to correctly envision the top 2 seeds in the Super Bowl. Pretty much everything I wrote in January has turned out to be true, but I am now flip-flopping. At the time, I was worried about the Eagles being banged up. Now they look healthier than ever. I am picking the Eagles for all the reasons you would expect after reading 2 weeks of wall-to-wall Super Bowl coverage. Okay. I don't think it's easy for Philly's offense all day, but a short field off a turnover will help lead 7 of the 30 points. Brown will have a big day. People argue he deserves the MVP award, but they'll give it to Hurts because that is normally what happens. They normally give it to the QB. Bowl prediction, calling my shot, put me down in Super Bowl, octopus, bigger homer, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. What is it? Both starting QBs. Had one of those. Travis Kelce could do it any given drive. McKinnon. What is your bet? People. Okay, whatever. All right. So this is Sports Illustrated article. The first half of this article was more enjoyable than the bottom half. I'll give you that. Kind of went downhill after Andrew Brandt. So now we are going over to the bold prediction. Quez Watkins scores the first touchdown of the game. I like this. I think a lot of eyes are going to be on A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. And I think Quez Watkins scoring the first touchdown could easily, this could easily be a thing. I'm looking to see what the odds are, and if I can find it, I will let you know, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time. However, the Chiefs run the man-to-man. I do like this pick. I'm thinking about taking it. This is not that bold. This is not bold. I think this definitely happens. Pat Mahomes gets sacked 4 more times as Eagles pass rush makes history. This Eagles pass rush is going to at least tie that figure on Sunday, giving them at least a share of the all-time single-season sack record, including playoffs. Philadelphia has 78 sacks this season, including the playoffs, the third most in NFL history behind only the Bears, 80, and the Bears, 82. The reason for this is that Philadelphia is the only team in NFL history to have 4 players this year who all recorded at least 10 sacks. Reddick, Hargrave, Graham, and Josh Sweat. Okay? I think they get to Mahomes in this one. I said this earlier in the video. Kelce's 8-game streak of having 75-plus receiving yards ends. I do agree with this. I like this. I know they give up some yards to tight ends, but they're going to be so focused on Kelce. I know Mahomes is going to have to get that ball out early. He's going to have to find somebody else. He's going to have to find somebody else. I said this too. A.J. Brown catches a tight end but doesn't put up huge numbers. Brown does have 7 receiving touchdowns of 25 or more yards, tied for second. Tied for second most such touchdowns since 2006. So expect him to get loose deep for a big score and then otherwise have pretty much nothing. Eagles win the Super Bowl by 14 or more points. I don't mind this one either. Their defense is very, very good. 14's a lot for a Super Bowl, especially against Pat Mahomes. I don't love this. I don't hate it. It's possible. Is it likely? No. Bold. Okay. It'll be the Eagles 34, Chiefs 20 as they join the Raiders, the only to win 2 Super Bowls in a 6-year span, different QB and head coach. I mean, Nick Sirianni is a phenomenal, phenomenal head coach. We're going to try to wrap up this video here. We are going to some betting lines here. All right. Chiefs plus 105, Eagles minus 120. Okay. I'm going to run down this and what I would take. The value is obviously in the Chiefs. I think the Eagles are the better option here. No need to touch the spread when you're getting that close on a money line. No need to touch. I think you're hammering the over here. I think you're hammering the over here. I mean, 95% of the score predictions all hit the over. That's FanDuel, blah, blah, blah. Okay, over. That's crazy. Not touching that. Kadarius Toney, over 25.5 receiving yards. He doesn't get enough targets. That's my only thing that I'm weird about. I like Kelce anytime touchdown. Chiefs to have more first downs. You can go either way on this. I don't think I would touch it. I don't like Chiefs money line. Chiefs money line. I love Isaiah Pacheco anytime touchdown. Defensive line is very good, but also have to disclose I am a Rutgers fan. I go to a lot of Rutgers game. I love Pacheco, so it could sway me a little bit on that one. But I do think this is a good bet. Let's see. Same game parlay. Each team over 5.5 points in the first half. Each team over 16 total points. Okay. I like this. Gainwell over 18.5 rushing yards. I think that should be hammered. I think that needs to be hammered. Dallas Goedert, I want to know his yards. I want to take his over on yards. I have to look at them now. Dallas Goedert, longest reception, over 19.5. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's see. What does this pull up for me? Well, guys, with that being said, we are going to wrap up this video. Is there anything in here? Mahomes' health, Eagles ground game versus Chiefs front seven, Kansas City's corner against them. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end this with my prediction. I'm going to change here to, here we go. Okay. My prediction is the exact opposite of this. Eagles 27, Chiefs 24, Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts, but should be Dallas Goedert. Okay. Super Bowl MVP should be Dallas Goedert, but it's Jalen Hurts. I'm going to say Kelce, under 75 yards receiving, has a touchdown, over on receptions. I'm going to take Mahomes rushing yards. If Hurts' rushing yards are around 50, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Devontae Smith's receiving yards. And I'm going to take the over on sacks on the Eagles defense. If that's at 4, I'm going to take it. Also, first touchdown scorer. I'm going to hit that Quez Watson bet along with, because the odds are so good, along with Kadarius Toney. Okay? And anytime touchdown, I'm, like I said, taking Kelce. I'm going to take Hurts. And I'm going to take Pat Mahomes to have an interception. Coin toss, I'm doing tails. I'm going to do opening kick to be a touchback. And Gatorade color, I'm going to go blue. I'm going to go blue. And take the under on the national anthem. Country singer, they normally keep it smooth, they keep it moving. Okay? So, and now if you want my crazy same game parlay, because I always do it on the big games, I'm going to have 3 touchdown scorers. I am going to have Boston Scott. I'm going to have Pachenko. And I know it's not that bold, but I'm also going to have Miles Sanders. So, that being said, guys, once again, Eagles 27, Chiefs 24. If it's at 51.5, if you can get the over 50, take it. So, that is what I will be betting on for Super Bowl 57. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Good luck on your Super Bowl picks. Good luck on your Super Bowl bets. I hope all you make money. So, thank you for watching. And once again, showing love is free on YouTube. Don't forget to smash those buttons.